Ladies and gentlemen, when Raw goes off, turn us on. We are your Monday Night Raw recap show. I am the OG Fig Kid, Thomas Montalto.
And I am the Booker Man, Bodie Khan. I'm also a Mike Bellcaster guy. That's right. You know who else is a Mike Bellcaster guy? This guy. The OG Fig Kid.
I almost was going to wear that shirt today. I thought of it the other day and then just wiped out after today. But
yeah.
How you doing, J Bone? What's new with you?
Man, we're doing things over here, and I'm pretty well. First of all, I guess we got to talk about overall disappointed with last night's pay-per-view, but Monday Night Raw wasn't bad.
Well, I didn't think the pay-per-view was bad until the ending.
Yeah, you know what the problem is Raw showed its hand a lot last night because they didn't have. You could tell it was basically like a big SmackDown in my opinion. Corey says we got to go to bed. Go to bed.
I feel the same way. Like I did feel like, okay, great, that was a good episode of Monday Night Raw last night, or a good episode of SmackDown.
Right.
But like that ending just killed it for me. That ending was just terrible booking. If that's supposed to protect the demon, I don't know. That was nuts.
I don't.
Supposed to be. So here's the demon. We'll just talk about it for a second. He has this beat going through him, and he's invincible. So the top rope falls off. He hurts his leg, and he loses. I thought he was just got that superpower all of a sudden, and that's all it took was to knock him down.
Right. Yeah.
It was what a match it was. It was such a good match up until that point, and then like these. Man, I wish WWE would take a lesson from AEW with the way they book the endings of their matches. It's just friggin'.
Well, except for that Kenny Omega and Daniel Bryanson match.
That was an amazing ending. Amazing ending. I love it. I wouldn't have booked it. The rope simply supposed to bow down and acknowledge their tribal. I like it. Man Mahoney.
Yeah, but I was not a fan of the Bianca Becky booking as well. Sasha come in, mess up. Okay, yeah. It sets up a feud.
I agree.
It's stupid.
The ending of that match was terrible. Like, was the match over already when she attacked him? It was, right?
No. She came in and messed it up.
Right. Yeah, she should have come out after the match or something.
Right.
Like, I'm tired of these no-ending matches in WWE.
Really? You tired of those no-ending matches?
Yeah, like they do it all the time. It's stupid.
Really?
When was the last time we've seen them have a draw? They haven't had a draw in years.
Oh, my God.
Probably 30 years.
Get out of here.
Dude, I'm so disappointed that you didn't like the story that it told. I thought you were a wrestling fan.
I am. That's why I hated it.
Oh my God. No, you don't get it. Like I thought you got the story that it told. Like it told a beautiful story. It builds up their next match even more.
You know what? It made them. You know why I was disappointed? Because they turned themselves into the cowards like WWE are.
No, they didn't. If they were cowards, they would have let Bryan Danielson win. That would be WWE booking if Bryan Danielson wins.
Anyways.
Yeah. I'm shocked at you because it told a beautiful story. Like, if we got a winner, you don't look forward to the next match as much as you do now. Because now, you know what's going to happen the next time? They're going to get an hour time limit. And it's going to go more than a half hour. And it's going to be beautiful. So,
anyways.
Love it. It just builds anticipation. It's just story.
I'm not anticipating it at all.
Why would you not want to see them fight again after that match they put on? You should want to see them
because
fight
the ending spoiled it. The
ending made it. The ending made it.
Spoiled it for me.
You're like one of the only people I've heard who said this.
I know.
And you're a wrestling guy, so that's what shocks me the most out of it. So let's go on to tonight's Monday Night Raw. So we start off with Lashley versus Biggie, and we get run-ins. Well, I guess the Hurt Business are maybe back together.
Looks like it. Yeah.
Yeah, like kind of weird. Like you do not like this is my problem with it. You've done nothing with Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander.
Right.
Like they've gone down to be like mid card, low mid card guys.
Low mid card.
Right, and now all of a sudden they're supposed to be elevated to be back with Lashley. Like it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I'm not a fan
And
of
not
this.
that I didn't like the Hurt Business because I did like them. I thought they were broken up too soon. I just don't like the way this was.
I wish it was presented a little bit differently. You know.
Yes. Like I wish that the Alexander and Benjamin would have been built up during that time that they were gone, not broken down.
Right. They should have been built up, and then. But I mean, I'm glad they're back together. I mean, but
I guess I am. I really don't care.
They should have never been broken up from the get go.
Well, I agree with that.
So
hold on, guys. I gotta buckle in for this Raw recap show.
Whoa,
feels good on my back. So it ends in a no contest, and Adam Pearce, he comes out with some fire, and he announces, "All right, later on, we're gonna have a steel cage match." Like I guess, yeah, okay. Oh, we didn't even talk about what you texted me about. Like we started off on Raw for the first time, and probably maybe ever they started with a match.
Well, not only that, but it was a main event worthy match, right?
Caliber match, yeah.
Much like AEW did last week.
Yeah. Well,
and in the middle,
almost every week.
Right, yeah. And in the middle, we also got a picture, which also made me laugh too. I'm like, geez, like, what are we doing here? Do you like
picture?
I hate it. It's stupid.
Okay. Do you watch it during commercials?
I don't.
Me either. Okay.
That's about time to go up and get something to drink, and then if I miss something, I miss something. But they time that so that you don't miss it a whole lot. You know.
Yeah. I never ever. I'm trying to set my phone. I got the new iPhone, and I'm trying to set it so that the screen doesn't shut off on me if I don't look at it for 2 seconds. So I have my notes open. If anybody's watching Monday Night Football, let me know if Zeke gets another pass, a complete pass. I doubt he's going to be in when they're up this much, but my wallet would like it if they did. But anyway, so okay, we go right from that match. You know, they come out, they announce what's going to happen later. It's going to be a steel cage match, Big E versus Lashley. And I kind of like they're going to end this so fast. It's not going to be a drawn out 3 pay-per-view card thing. Right. Don't mind that.
That's what I was. We'll get to the ending, but I think it was.
Kudos to them for that. Okay, so next thing we get the Viking Raiders versus Curtio and Garza, and I just don't like that they're burying the Viking Raiders. I like Curtio and Garza together as a tag team, but man, like the Viking Raiders should be dominating tag teams all over Monday Night Raw. And
I don't know if it's necessarily. Well, first of all, it was there was a singles action. It was Eric versus Angel Garza.
Yeah, I knew that.
So
I was paying attention. Really, I was.
I didn't mind the match too much. Actually, I thought it was. I think this is part of the reason why starting off hot with a banger match, or at least a main event quality match, leads to gives that second match a little bit more fire, right?
Yeah.
So I was like excited. I was like, all right, now let's see what else we got. And I thought it was a fine match, and I don't mind them building Angel and
Humberto. I mean, I really like them as a tag team. They work well together as a tag team, and the WWE needs tag teams, and it doesn't feel like a tag team that's been thrown together like WWE likes to do. They're actually cousins. They work very well together. So
they do need to go ahead and like give them a name. You
don't need a name. Names aren't essential. If you're a great tag team, you don't.
It makes it feel like they're put together, though.
Yeah, but like back in the day, Adrian Adonis and Dick Murdoch went by Adonis and Murdoch, and
yeah,
I don't mind. Like, I'm not sold on needing a name.
But it's a mouthful. Humberto and Angel. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think something cool, maybe like the Latin Kings or something along those lines. I don't know.
The Lucha Cousins.
The Lucha Cousins.
I wouldn't put it past Vince.
Oh man, especially after we saw the first match,
Yeah.
But it's interesting, Like I said, like we said, they're definitely paying attention to what Dynamite's doing.
Oh, of
What's
course they
going over
are.
there?
As they
So
should.
right.
As they should. Okay, yeah. So Zeke's not in the game anymore. So there goes my prop bet. I took it live. I shouldn't have done that. Like this is like welcome to Monday Night Raw with gambling at the tavern. However, okay. So next up we get Ricochet versus Reggie.
Mm-hmm.
J Bone, what'd you think?
I saw some people getting upset that Ricochet's in this spot. Honestly, what has he done to prove himself otherwise?
I mean, I wish Ricochet would be given chances to prove himself.
I think he has. I think he has.
He had that little run around Money in the Bank with John Morrison, and he looked great. And they just drop it after that for no reason.
No, he didn't look great. His mic skills.
Well, his mic skills are lacking, but like,
yeah, I mean, in the ring, he looks fantastic. He's
right, so let him
probably
one
of the best performers. But
let him look fantastic in the ring.
I think. I mean, I don't know. Like, what else are you gonna do? He can't tell a story.
Talking. Let us wrestle and tell the story.
He can't tell a story.
His wrestling can tell the story. The man that gravity forgot and took his voice. I don't know. I still like Ricochet and think he deserves to be pushed more.
I've never really been a Ricochet fan.
I agree he can't talk on a mic, but it was quite obvious during the Money in the Bank thing. He got on a mic once and it was just like, oof.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, like I said, people are upset. I mean, like I said, what has he done to really prove himself? Besides, his in-ring skills. That's my thing.
I love
it. Honestly, like I did like the aspect that it was like they suspended the rules a little bit, for the 24/7 rules for this match.
Yeah.
I mean, 24/7 is stupid. Everybody knows that,
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, it wasn't like I don't know. Like most of these 24/7 seconds, I'm like, it garnered some attention for me. I'm not saying it was like Steamboat Savage or anything like that, right? But it garnered some attention. There's been worse 24/7 segments. Put it to you that way.
Yeah. Oh yeah. At least they're trying to have a match. I just think this belt should be thrown in the garbage.
Yeah.
Alundra Blaze should come out and just bring out a garbage pail and get rid of it.
Right.
That's what I think of that title. I haven't heard anybody who liked it. So what do you think of Keith Bearcat Lee?
Love it. I like it.
I love it too, but the only thing is I wish I would call him the Bearcat Keith Lee.
Yeah, that
I
agree.
Better to me.
That does sound better.
Like a lot of people that go like I have no problem calling him the Bearcat. I really don't. Like I know a lot of people shit on it. Like I don't have that, but the Bearcat Keith Lee sounds much better than Keith Bearcat Lee.
Well, there's been a lot of people in wrestling with nicknames. Jake the Snake,
dude. Bearcat fits
Macho
him.
Man, Jerry the King. I'm looking at my figures right here. The Loose Cannon, the Anvil. Yeah, I mean, so forth and so on.
Like, and the Bearcat fits him because if you read what the description of a Bearcat is, it's exactly what he is. He's light on his feet. He's like a bear, but he's like a cat. Like, it's perfect. And he was dominating tonight.
And I do like how Akira Tozawa was like in the ring, like dejected after that loss or whatever. Just like kind of like, hey, like I want to prove myself. Kind of gave a little bit of a story. A little bit of substance there. It wasn't just like, okay, here he's gonna fight Akira Tozawa and squash him.
Yeah,
it gave a little something. So I was here for it.
I agree. I was there for it too. It was good. Okay, so next up we get another brutal match. Damien Priest versus Sheamus.
Yeah, I was actually surprised by this. I was not looking forward to this match, to be honest with you. I still don't think they should have rebooked it.
Yeah, I agree. Again, it's back to that rematch mentality. I felt not as bad as it was.
No, but it was good.
I agree, Tyson. Bearcat is greater than
Limitless. Yeah,
I agree
for sure.
Tyson's on our side.
But it was a good match.
It was a very good match, very physical match.
Yeah,
which they can do. Damien Priest showing his ability. Very, very impressive in there. Like, I wonder who's next for him. I bet it's going to be somebody from the SmackDown side that's coming over.
That's what I'm thinking too. Yeah.
So,
that's what's gonna.
Jeff Hardy wasn't involved here, which was okay, I guess. So for the next match, I have listed boring 6-man tag.
Yep.
Because who cares?
Right.
Now, the one thing I want to point out about this match, it was, Jeff Hardy, Ali, and Mansoor, and I don't mind Ali and Mansoor as a tag team either. I really don't. But I can't stand anything about Jinder Mahal, Veer, and Lanky.
Lanky.
I know. That's what I always call him.
Goddamn pal.
Isn't he lanky?
Yeah, boring. This is where the part where Raw got its steam taken out of, right here. I mean, not to say that it had a ton of it to begin with, but I was just like, okay, here we go. I was basically like looking at my watch here at this point, waiting for the main event.
But did you notice? Like, here's
the
little note.
I think this was about 8:30.
Yeah. Here's the note I have though. When Jeff Hardy's tagged in, the crowd goes nuts.
Right. Yeah.
The poor
He's still over like forever.
How about we could get a Jeff Hardy solo feud with AJ Styles?
That'd be great.
That's what I mean. Like, there's stuff that's better for both of them than what they're doing right now.
Yeah.
Like we don't even have to sign a match, but come on, man. You got Jeff Hardy, you got him to sign an extension. You didn't let him go to he chose you over AEW.
Right.
He didn't have to sign the extension, and this is the way you're thanking him.
Right.
Like, come on, dudes. What are you doing?
I like to see him in a world title picture. I think down the road, if you keep the title on Big E versus Jeff Hardy match would be awesome,
I would think so. So next up we get I guess autocorrect at its best. I'm gonna go with my autocorrect name. We got Marion Cross against Zaxxon Riker. See what I did there?
My God, this match was horrible. You
didn't like my little joke?
Yeah.
Zaxxon Riker because he looks like Zack Ryder.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, okay.
Almost has the same name.
Yeah. The ending was botched. I don't know if you realized that or not. Yeah. His elbow was in his chest, and he was like, hold on, but like, because like Riker slipped out. I don't know if it was by accident or what. So his arm was like this. It's just, it's not good. It's not good at all.
The Cowboys, yes, 141-21.
Boo.
I am a Cowboys fan. But I needed I needed one more catch by Zeke, and he didn't get it.
The damn Zeke.
What the hell? Okay, so now let's go back to baseball. To wrestling. So next, okay, so that's just a terrible match. We get Riddle versus AJ for like the 8th time, and this is like, again, like we've just seen too many rematches tonight. Like
yeah.
How many times have we seen this match between SmackDown and Raw? Like, let them stay away from each other for a while.
Right.
Like, I like AJ. I love AJ. I want him out of this whole situation with Almost and Emos and Iman and again and Almost. Whatever. I want him away from Omos. I do. Yeah, it's time for him to go back to being a champion, be a singles run. What about him versus Biggie? What about him versus Roman? AJ versus Roman. Think it back to the Roman versus Daniel Bryan matches.
Mm-hmm.
Like, those are Roman's best matches.
Yeah.
Like, they work so well together. I think AJ could work. Has AJ ever fought Roman one-on-one? I'm just drawing a blank. I would think so. Yeah, like that would be a match. You know what? Let's hope with the draft, AJ's drafted to SmackDown.
It's a good point. That would be a good person for them.
Okay, let's not talk about that right now. Let's save that much for later. Okay. So Riddle versus AJ. What would you think?
was a good match. It was again, it was a repeat. There was some storytelling told towards
Look
the
at
end.
Tyson with the facts, just jumping in there.
Oh
That was
man,
so long ago. I don't even remember it. Like, was
what
it
a
a good match?
great guy!
And Roman on the level he is now, like, I don't mind a rematch 4 years later.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, Tyson, you're like our historian here.
yeah. There you
Did
go.
they have a fight? Yeah, they fought on a house show back in 2016 in Nebraska. No, thank you, Tyson.
Yeah,
So yeah, like we've seen that before.
yeah.
We've seen that.
Like there was some storytelling, which makes it a little bit interesting.
There was storytelling. There
Like
was
towards the
storytelling.
end, Randy, Jesus, Riddle trying to go for the RKO, misses out on an opportunity. I really want to see this pay off somehow with Riddle and Randy, but they've gone so long with it. I want them to wait till WrestleMania. At this
That
point,
long?
yeah, yeah. I mean, you might as well. You've done it since WrestleMania. It started
Yeah, you're
WrestleMania,
not wrong there.
so you might as well. You can easily make them tag champs till Rumble. Maybe they lose the titles at Rumble. Maybe Randy dumps Riddle over the top ropes, kind of start that friction. Boom.
Yeah, maybe something like that.
In
That's when
WrestleMania.
Riddle. I'm dying to see Riddle come out and cut that scolding promo, like an emotional promo, not be the doofus dude.
Yeah, yeah. Me
You
too.
know. So
Absolutely.
next up, we get Doudrop against Charlotte. I guess somehow, she earned a shot. I don't know how.
Well, she
But
beat Eva Marie for 3 weeks in a row.
if beating Eva Marie gets you a title shot, everybody on the roster would have a title shot.
That means we got a shot, Tom. Give us a shot at the Raw Women's title. We're gonna bring it back to Andy Kaufman.
It was also the night Seth Rollins returned a pedigree Roman. Oh, cool. Our historian here. That's awesome.
Yep.
I don't really remember that pay-per-view. I'm not gonna lie, and I know I saw it. So then after that, you got Eva Marie cutting a promo. Shayna Baszler comes out. She beats her up. She breaks her arm again. Like, I feel bad for Eva Marie. She tried selling it, but like, let the arm hang. Like, just let it hang. But she's like, oh, like it just.
She's
I don't
like,
know.
owie, ow. She reminded me of Peter Griffin getting hurt. Like, ow,
Yeah.
ow.
Gold dust. I like Eva Marie. She's such a sweet person. I know somebody who knows her, so I'm not gonna shit on
her. She's okay.
Like, I agree. This she could be booked better.
I think her husband's a shitbag. To be honest with you.
Oh, I don't know who her husband is.
Yes,
they
forgot
did.
his name.
What does he do?
He's like her manager. He's just a shitbag.
I've never seen him come out to the ring with her.
Not that kind of manager.
Oh,
not
he wasn't on our list.
He was not on the list, I know, but not that like he's actual manager.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what, I don't know what makes him a shitbag then.
It's just some things I've seen on social media. He's just a shitbag. I don't know.
Gotcha. So we have a Goldberg promo.
Thank God. That's what I was hoping for.
I just mind it less this time that he's not coming back and inserting himself into a title match.
I still hate it.
I'm not saying I love it, but it bothers me a hell of a lot less.
I see. I know what you're saying, but here's the thing: this is backwards mentality for WWE. Still, okay, because AEW is progressing with young talent, with a nice mixture of good, solid veterans, stars, right? Goldberg is a fossil.
I'm not sticking up for her. I mean, I do agree her storyline and her booking's terrible and she can't wrestle for her life. But she's certainly pleasant on the eyes. She's a really nice person.
I've heard that too, actually.
Yeah. If I didn't know somebody that knows her, I wouldn't feel like that. So
Yeah.
like, listen, like it's a shame she came back to WWE.
But yeah, I mean, this is like backwards booking. Why? I know why. It's
But at
because
least he's not inserting himself into a title picture. Like, oh, I'm back. I get a title match, and then he disappears. This is
right.
to come
I
back
know. I
after
know.
Lashley for what happened at SummerSlam.
It's
It's going to be on a pay-per-view that I don't care about, and I'm probably not even going to watch.
blood money.
Yes, blood. That's what they should call it. Blood money.
Welcome to blood money.
So, like, I don't think I've ever watched any of the Saudi pay-per-views. They just
I've watched a
skip over me.
couple, but here's the thing. Like, it's just backwards ass booking. Again, like, why wouldn't you feature a young talent in this position? Or it's just, I don't know. They're in desperate need for stars. It's desperate need.
Right, and they need to bring in a star. And unfortunately, what am I doing? Sticking up for Goldberg?
I don't know.
But like, there's nobody left for them to bring in.
But like you're right. Like, I mean, if you listen to the Turnbuckle
Not
debate,
coming back.
no.
Did I listen to it? I think I heard it. I think I was there.
Yeah, no. I said what I was going. If anybody here did,
okay.
I listened to it. One of the things is who has a better roster, AEW, WWE. I think AEW is a mile leaps ahead.
Of course, yeah, we made
but the issue is when you bring in a Goldberg, that doesn't mean your roster's any better. It makes it worse, actually.
It doesn't make your roster better, but for Saudi Arabia, they want to bring back somebody.
I know.
There's nobody left to bring back anymore because they all went to the better promotion.
Maybe they should put more TV in Saudi Arabia so that people don't realize it's not 1999 anymore.
Well, I mean, true. But like I said, I just mind it less that he's not going for a title.
Yeah.
I agree.
I agree.
I like Legends coming back, not Goldberg, but I mind it less because it's not a title.
I agree. I agree with
That's my only point. I don't like Goldberg, and it's going to be a terrible match. He's going to blow up in a minute, and then he'll go away again.
Yeah, so, hopefully for a long time. But
he's there to collect his money until he gets his 2 matches next year, and that's it. So
yeah.
Oh, by the way, my wife says to me last night while we're watching Extreme Rules, she says, "You think they'd put on a better Extreme Rules while the WWE is trying to compete with AEW?" My wife points this out, that WWE is now trying to compete with AEW. WWE is trying to compete with AEW, not AEW is trying to compete with WWE.
Right.
She's saying AEW is ahead of WWE.
They are.
My wife, who's just a casual, like she likes wrestling, but she's not into every little detail like we are, but she sees that. So, and then you have Extreme Rules last night. I don't think we saw any blood, any color. Like we saw blood, like from people like little blood, but not any real color.
You're not going to.
And then, but they've been blading lately on Raw and SmackDown a little bit. And then you have a steel cage match. Don't have a steel cage match if there's no blood. Like, what is the purpose of a steel cage match with no blood? Like, when I was a kid and there was a steel cage match, I was happy because the steel cage match, you were going to see blood.
Yeah. I can remember, calls from, Tony Schiavone,
used to call you?
No.
Oh, you said you used to remember calls from Tony Schiavone.
No. When we were talking about on WCW, whenever, let's say, Flair, you get his face grinding in that steel mesh. Oh, my God. I could just hear Tony Schiavone just, calling that, and just me as a kid, oh man, that'll make you bleed. Wow.
Yeah.
I bleed, obviously.
Yeah.
But because they started bleeding afterwards.
Yep.
So
that was awesome. So what do you think of the match? Goldberg is like Jeepers Creepers creature coming back every 7 years. Unfortunately, it's like every 6 months though.
Yeah. It was a good match. I think it was an important match for Big E to show what he can do. I honestly wish it wasn't in a steel cage, to be honest with you.
They could have easily just had a match and said, if any of you interfere,
right,
then you're suspended for a month.
Yeah, or whatever, something, yeah. Or just make it no disqualification. That would have been fun too, Yeah,
but then you're getting all the interference. They were trying to exclude.
Right. So I mean, it was a good match. It really was. I thought it was a good, solid main event. I was really worried that they would give the title back to Biggie. I didn't think they were. I mean, sorry, Bobby Lashley. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I didn't think that was going to happen tonight.
After watching how the first match went down, I was just like, they're gonna give this to Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
So, but I thought it was good. I thought the ending was great. Really put over Big E really well. I think he had, I think it was an excellent win, important win. And I thought it was interesting. I like how they ended that feud, like basically right then and there. We're moving on.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Drew McIntyre, who we haven't seen in a little while, comes
surprised by that. I was surprised by that.
Yeah. A little surprised by that.
I thought he would be going to SmackDown.
Yeah, and it doesn't necessarily mean he's not, I guess.
Right.
But, I mean, unless they both go, who knows? Like maybe, I don't think Vox wants Roman to go to Raw. I don't know. Yeah, like, and at least Drew's been off TV for a couple of weeks. So on an interesting scale, yeah, it was like a 1.5 stars interesting.
I'll give you that. Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, was it great? Was it oh my god? No. Really, WWE, I can't think of anything they can possibly do right now. Anyone who they could bring in that's available, that's oh my god. There's nobody.
Right.
There's not one person. I'm sure like every day Vince has people looking up. Who can we call? Who can we call? Maybe Sergeant Slaughter can still go. I don't he's got to be mad that he's got nobody left to call.
Where's Terry? I need Terry here. Let's get Terry.
Hulk, can you go? Like Rick, come on, helicopter in, Ric Flair. We need you. I'll let you back in the ring.
How's it going? Oh man. But here's one thing.
We know why he did that, but like he just lost trying to go for the U.S. title, so now all of a sudden he's in a Raw title match. Like,
I do like how they honored that stipulation. As long
they honestly didn't honor it. He went right into Money in the Bank like the week after he said he was not going to get any more title matches. Like Cody Rhodes,
I mean, he didn't win. He didn't win,
but he was still in the match and he could have won.
But he could have challenged. He could challenge for the Universal title.
He should have not been allowed in that match, in my opinion. So they should have played the angle better.
Yeah, but maybe so.
That's AEW booking. That's AEW booking. Like if you say somebody's not challenging for a title again, you do it the Cody Rhodes way.
Right.
So I mean, Cody has not challenged or even come close to that title.
Right.
So, which like I respect them for doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So it ends with Drew. I don't want to see Drew beat Lashley. I want Lashley to get a little run with the title.
Oh yeah, you mean Big E?
Did I say Lashley, Big E? Both.
I don't either. I don't think he should win.
No, he shouldn't
win. I mean, yes, it's interesting, but Drew should not be in this title picture. He should be going to SmackDown.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, who's to say he won't? Maybe he will. Never know. Yeah. Maybe they'll book it where he is going to SmackDown after, the Blood Money pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Whatever it's going to call. I guess it's Crown Jewel. Whatever it's actually called.
Yeah. So let's talk about 3 wrestlers who we want to see go to SmackDown and 3 wrestlers who we want to see go to Raw. Now, I know the 3 right off the top of my head, the 3 guys I want to see go to SmackDown.
Right.
Very, very easy for me.
Go ahead. Spill them out.
All right. I'm going to say AJ Styles.
Okay.
I just had the 2 in my head and they just went out of my head. What an idiot I am. Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
And I had another good one. Oh no, I take Drew McIntyre back. I want John Morrison to go to SmackDown and get a fresh start.
You took mine. Yeah.
And Jeff Hardy. Let those 3 go.
Okay.
Back to SmackDown.
All right.
You name 3 SmackDowns you want to go to Raw.
3 SmackDowns going to Raw.
Yeah.
Well, the women's division is hurting really bad on Raw.
Yeah.
There's really no one else. So I think you need to bring Shotzi Blackheart in. I think it'll be a nice, interesting challenge for Charlotte, potentially.
Yeah.
You know, I think bring even and another unutilized, not underutilized, unutilized talent that they were supposed to bring back, never did, and that was Toni Storm. So bring those two women to SmackDown because SmackDown the roster's great.
Bring them to Raw, yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry, bring them to Raw.
Yeah.
Man, actually, I'm gonna take Toni Storm back. Sorry, because there's 2 more I just thought of. I'd like to see Edge go to Raw.
Okay.
And that way he can kind of feud with people he hasn't feuded there. And Finn Balor go over to Raw.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. Okay, Chad makes a. I agree with him 100%. Those roster shifts seem so pointless to me. It's just shifting for the sake of shifting. Open the book and by ending the roster split, both shows would instantly be more interesting.
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
I couldn't agree more. I would love to see at the end of the draft,
and they're not going to do it.
We're just going to have one show, one roster. It opens up the world for less repeat matches.
Well, you can do 2 shows.
Titles. You still have 2 shows. You just don't need to split the rosters.
No, I mean, look what's happening on Dynamite and Rampage. Like,
yep,
it's working out beautifully, right?
And some weeks you don't see anybody. Like some weeks,
and that's okay
on either show, and it's perfect.
Yeah,
it's the way it should be.
It's fine.
Like I'm so tired. Like I love one of the things I love about AEW is the title changes. They're just so few that the titles are important. Like if you think about, you look at all these guys, say, okay, this guy deserves a world title on this guy, but not every guy's going to get it because they don't change on a weekly basis. Like I love it. I love that we can actually name every. I mean, okay, the company's only a little over 2 years old, but I could go in order, and I didn't even really watch from the beginning of every champion.
Mm-hmm.
Jericho, Moxley, Omega. Whoa.
Yeah. What?
Cody, Brody, Darby, Miro.
Right.
Like I don't even have to think about it. I don't even. You shouldn't do this, but you could even keep all the titles if the roster split. Oh, don't keep all the titles.
No,
all the titles.
No.
Like at least combine the world, combine the tag team.
Team
women's. If you want an Intercontinental and the US, maybe. But to me, what I like about AEW, there's only 2 men's titles.
Right.
Like you start throwing in a third, it waters it down.
Yeah. The thing is with those titles is they had such great legacy. It's almost sad to see them go. If they could just build it back up to its prominence, but they won't do that.
Well, AEW is showing you how to make titles relevant.
Right.
I would rather that keep the titles and the. No, I think you need to do both.
No,
you absolutely need to do both.
Yeah, I'm really hoping Survivor Series.
You don't need a main one big roster and a world title, universal title. It's so pointless.
Right. I'm really hoping by Survivor Series maybe. I know that's wishful thinking, but I just wish they would combine the titles.
Oh God, I hope so. It would be so much better.
Yeah,
so much better.
And what would be fun is like every year for Survivor Series, instead of having the world champion and
you just go back to having Survivor Series matches.
But you could also have, let's say your champion is on SmackDown, you can have your number 1 contender, if you're going to still do the roster split, your number 1 contender be from Raw.
Yeah.
I don't know. It'd be interesting. I don't know. It's not good.
Yeah, I agree. But, like I said, let's just combine all the titles. Let's combine everything. What
would have been interesting, going back to the Survivor Series point? What would have been interesting in what they would have done? You have the Hurt Business with MVP on one team. and you have the New Day with Goldberg.
Of course, it's a complete joke.
Yeah, it is a joke.
It was just a made up title, so that SmackDown could have a title. Or I guess it was Raw at the time.
It was Raw, yeah.
But yeah. Like WWE titles don't mean anything to me anymore. They have no importance. They're not relevant. Like, especially you get a pay-per-view and there's 6 title matches. Like, who the hell cares? They're not. They just don't mean anything. It's like whoever would have thought just a grudge match means more than a title match. But that's how I feel about matches anymore.
Right.
So, but okay. So let's rate the show. What do you give tonight's show?
2.25 stars.
I'm gonna say solid wrestling, terrible storytelling, 1.5 stars.
Whoa.
Was not really a fan of it. Not better than last week, but better than weeks before, but still, I felt like we took a step backwards with more rematches and stuff.
Yeah. I feel like there is some progression there. So there's definitely room for improvement. But like I said, I didn't completely hate the show.
I wouldn't say I completely hated it. And no Alexa tonight. I wonder if she's going to show up on SmackDown.
I actually read she's going to be taking some time off.
Oh, why is that?
Don't know.
Really Tyson giving it 2. Even Tyson giving it. Like, this is an extremely low rating for Tyson.
Yeah.
So, but she's taking time off. Okay. Well, when she comes back, is she going to be back to regular Alexa?
Lily's dead.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess she's taking some time off. Well, Miss Alexa. Maybe she's getting married.
Well, yeah. I know that she had posted some engagement pictures recently. So
yeah, I don't know. A couple months ago.
I don't know if was that a couple months ago? Well, maybe it is wedding
a while
time.
Ago.
Maybe it is wedding time then.
I know every time Alexa comes out, my wife complains like it's terrible how her butt cheeks hang out, and I was like,
"That's the worst."
Yeah, I'm like, okay, you're right. You know, how dare she let her butt cheeks hang out?
I hate it.
So, terrible, just terrible. What are they doing? All right, I think that's us. John, plug the list. We did the list this week. It's out already, right?
It is. It's out. It's ready. It's rolling. So every month, Tom, myself, and the Ultimate Miles, we come up with a list. This month we did top 10 managers. You find it on the Coming Down the Aisle podcast feed. It's our monthly bonus episode, along with the Macho Man. Nope, not Randy Savage. Last week I interviewed the number 1 world impersonator of the Macho Man,
Mike Belcaster.
Mike, no. Well, I'm sorry, number 2. But no, check it out, Macho Man.
Really, no timetable for her return.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying too. So, Slick,
who put Slick ahead of Don Callis?
I think that was.
I guess you all did because
I didn't put Slick on there.
But you didn't have Don Callis on your list, did you?
I did not. I didn't have Slick either, but I didn't even have a honorable mention.
I agree with like I put Don Callis number 4. Like could have put him maybe number 3.
Damn.
So eventually he might be number 2.
Wow.
He just keeps this run up. He's so freaking
good. He was definitely close. It was teetering on my top 10 list. So be sure to check that out. He
had a monster year. He just had a monster. Like he's so good. He is so good.
Who's the Jackal?
I can't believe that was Don Callis. I still can't believe it. When I first heard that, I was like, "Say what? Really?"
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So he started in WWE again.
He. This is we're off on a whole another tangent, but he was supposed to come have a tag team, or he had a tag team with Rick Martel as the Supermodels, and they were going to come into WWF. And last minute, Rick Martel took a deal from WCW. So the Supermodels was no more.
So Rick Martel was going to return to WWE?
It was going to be Rick Martel and Don Callis as a team called the Supermodels.
So he was coming back. Was this after like Strike Force and Canada?
Oh, yeah. This is like Attitude Era.
Okay. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Rick Martel.
They were
sitting
gonna come out in
home.
like banana hammocks.
Wow. The Mile, Rick Martel.
Yeah.
Um,
But that's why he ended up in the Truth Commission, because he had basically signed a deal with no tag team partner.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
very, very interesting. Originally, they were the Can-Am Connection, and then they became Strike Force. He was with Tom Zink
Right.
before he was with Tito Santana.
Right.
So, but that it. Anything else? I think that's it.
That's
I
it.
am exhausted. I've got this headache. Tomorrow, guys, I will not be around. It is the wife's birthday. So, check in. There's going to be a draft special tomorrow night with a bunch of the guys from the Tavern drafting Raw and SmackDown rosters, I believe. I believe that's how it works. So that should be a fun thing. So, we know Tyson will be there, but will everybody else be there? I'll have to watch it at some point. So, but, the wife's birthday, I got to give her the attention.
Absolutely.
So, happy wife, happy life.
Absolutely.
So I got to wrap her presents still, and I hate wrapping presents. Does anybody want to come over and wrap presents for me? But I bought wrapping paper today. That's one good thing I did.
Good, good.
But all right, you people don't care about that, do you? Thank you for joining us tonight, Turnbuckle Tavern. Make sure you subscribe here on YouTube. Make sure you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. Listen, what are you waiting for? Just listen to everything, watch everything, hit the bell that's right there, so that way you could it's like right above J Bone's head, so that way you're notified when we go live, and you get notifications. And that's it, guys. Thank you for joining us. Have a good night. Until next time, love, peace, and wrestling.